Deep in the heart of the Amazon rainforest, a land teeming with mysteries and hidden secrets, an astonishing event has recently come to light. After 500 years of isolation, an uncontacted tribe in Peru has emerged from the wild. Why now? What has driven them out of seclusion? Join us as we explore this incredible story.
The Amazon rainforest is one of the most biodiverse regions on the planet, spanning across 9 countries and housing countless species of plants, animals, and indigenous tribes. Among these are uncontacted tribes, communities that have chosen or been forced to remain isolated from modern civilization. These tribes have preserved their unique cultures, languages, and ways of life for centuries, maintaining a delicate balance with the natural world. Now let's focus on the tribe that has recently emerged in Peru. This particular group, known as the Mashco Piro, has been known to anthropologists for years, but direct contact has always been minimal and often avoided to protect their way of life and prevent the spread of diseases. The Mashco Piro tribe has traditionally lived in the remote regions of the Manu National Park, a protected area in southeastern Peru. For generations, they have thrived in the dense rainforest, utilizing their extensive knowledge of the land to hunt, gather, and sustain their community.
The Mashco Piro have always been very cautious of outsiders. They have observed the destruction of their neighboring tribes and understand the dangers that contact with the outside world can bring. Their emergence now is highly unusual and suggests that something significant has changed in their environment or circumstances.
One of the primary factors driving uncontacted tribes from their isolation is environmental pressure. The Amazon rainforest is facing unprecedented threats from deforestation, illegal logging, and mining activities. These activities not only destroy the habitat but also disrupt the natural resources that tribes rely on. In recent years, deforestation rates in the Amazon have skyrocketed. Large swaths of forest are being cleared for agriculture, cattle ranching, and industrial projects. This destruction of habitat forces wildlife and indigenous communities alike to move in search of new territories.
The encroachment of illegal loggers and miners into protected areas like Manu National Park is a major concern. These activities not only threaten the biodiversity of the region, but also put immense pressure on uncontacted tribes, pushing them out of their traditional lands.
Another critical factor is climate change. The Amazon rainforest is experiencing shifts in weather patterns, increased frequency of extreme weather events, and changes in the availability of water and food sources. These changes can have devastating effects on the delicate balance that uncontacted tribes have maintained with their environment. From severe droughts to unseasonal floods, climate change is altering the landscape of the Amazon. These environmental stresses can disrupt the hunting and gathering patterns of tribes, making it difficult for them to sustain their way of life.
Climate change is a significant driver of displacement for indigenous communities. As traditional food and water sources become less reliable, tribes may be forced to move closer to areas where they can find what they need to survive. This often means moving closer to areas inhabited by outsiders, increasing the likelihood of contact.
In addition to environmental factors, social and political pressures play a crucial role. The Amazon is not just a forest, it's a battleground for resources, land rights, and cultural survival. Indigenous communities often find themselves caught in the crossfire of competing interests. Conflicts over land rights and resource extraction have intensified in recent years. Governments, corporations, and indigenous groups are often at odds, with uncontacted tribes being some of the most vulnerable to these disputes.
Uncontacted tribes like the Mashco Piro are particularly at risk. They lack formal recognition and legal protection, making them easy targets for those seeking to exploit their lands. This can force tribes to leave their traditional territories in search of safety and security.
So, what exactly triggered the Mashco Piro's emergence now? Several recent events and pressures seem to have converged, creating a perfect storm that drove this tribe to make contact. Increased deforestation and illegal activities in Manu National Park have likely disrupted the Mashco Piro's habitat. The encroachment of loggers and miners into their territory has made it increasingly difficult for the tribe to find food, water, and safe shelter.
Reports from the region indicate that the Mashco Piro have been facing food shortages due to the destruction of their hunting grounds. Additionally, there have been sightings of illegal loggers near their territory, which may have forced the tribe to move closer to areas inhabited by outsiders.
The first contact with the Mashco Piro was a moment of mixed emotions: fear, curiosity, and hope. The encounter was delicate, as any interaction with an uncontacted tribe carries significant risks, particularly the spread of diseases to which they have no immunity. The initial contact was made by a group of local villagers who spotted the tribe near the edge of the forest. The villagers approached cautiously, offering food and other items as a gesture of goodwill. The Mashco Piro were wary but accepted the offerings, signaling their need for help.
Making first contact with uncontacted tribes requires extreme caution and sensitivity. The goal is to build trust gradually, ensuring that the tribe feels safe and respected. This initial contact with the Mashco Piro was a critical first step in understanding their needs and circumstances.
Following the initial contact, the Peruvian government and various non-governmental organizations, or NGOs, stepped in to provide support and protection for the Mashco Piro. Their primary goal is to ensure the tribe's health and safety while respecting their autonomy and way of life. The Peruvian government has deployed health workers and anthropologists to the area to monitor the situation and provide necessary medical care. NGOs specializing in indigenous rights are working to ensure that the Mashco Piro's land rights are recognized and protected. Government official: our priority is to safeguard the well-being of the Mashco Piro while respecting their culture and autonomy. We are working closely with local communities and NGOs to provide the necessary support and protection. As the Mashco Piro begin to navigate their new reality, there are many challenges and uncertainties ahead. Their emergence raises important questions about the future of uncontacted tribes in the Amazon and the role of modern society in protecting their rights and way of life. The Mashco Piro are at a crossroads. Their decision to emerge from isolation is a significant moment in history, but it also brings new risks and challenges. How can we, as a global community, ensure their safety and respect their choices? Indigenous leader: it's crucial that we approach this situation with respect and humility. The Mashco Piro have shown immense resilience and strength, and it's our responsibility to support them in a way that honors their culture and autonomy. The story of the Mashco Piro is a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of our world. It highlights the impact of environmental destruction, climate change, and social pressures on even the most isolated communities. We can learn a great deal from the Mashco Piro and other uncontacted tribes about living in harmony with nature, resilience in the face of adversity, and the importance of cultural diversity. Their emergence is a call to action for all of us to protect our planet and its inhabitants. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of the Amazon and the incredible story of the Mashco Piro tribe. As we move forward, let's remember the lessons we've learned and work together to create a better future for all. If you found this video informative, please like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth stories and analysis. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.